What's up, geeks? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we'll be reviewing my LG Velvet. But wait, if you're new here and enjoy all types of tech content, make sure to subscribe and hit that little bell to be notified each and every time I upload a video just like this one. With all that out of the way, without further ado, let's get right into the video. To begin, let's talk about the design of the LG Velvet. The LG Velvet has a very sleek and stylish design. They sent their Aurora White/silver, but it also comes in Aurora Green as well as Aurora Gray. They also have a special illusion sunset color which looks dope. The LG Velvet is so thin, it's unbelievable. It keeps a thin and sleek design without losing too many features. The cameras are positioned in a way that LG calls the water drop cameras, because the cameras get smaller and smaller the further they go down. Okay, now let's talk about this display. The display of the Velvet is a 6.8-inch OLED display with a 1080p viewing resolution. The display is decent, with nice viewing angles, great colors, as well as great screen brightness. And it also has an in-display fingerprint scanner, which is okay. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but it gets the job done well. The bezels are also reduced well, and the teardrop selfie camera isn't too distracting. Sadly, there isn't a 120Hz refresh rate, but if you've never used a 120Hz phone, it's a completely fine trade-off of what you get for the price. And if Apple can get away with a 60Hz device in 2020, surely LG can. Even when viewing content with the Velvet, it doesn't cease to amaze me how well this device performs. When it comes to features, the LG Velvet has a ton of them, and one of the most dope and well-known features is the dual screen. LG has a dual screen case/add-on for most of their phones, and the Velvet comes back to continue that tradition. The dual screen is a separate purchase, but I definitely think it's worth it. The functionality of the dual screen is great, allowing for easy multitasking, such as watching a YouTube video on one screen and reading the latest tech news on the other, TopTechGeek.com. Or you could be watching a TopTechGeek video on one screen and donating to my Buy Me a Coffee, linked in the description, on the other screen. It's totally up to you. But seriously, the dual screen is such a useful feature. It may not be the thinnest case in the world, but it surely gets the job done. Let's quickly go through a rundown of the most important specs. The Velvet has a Snapdragon 765G, it's a 5G phone, 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage, a micro SD card slot for up to 2 terabytes. And finally, let's talk about these cameras. It has a 48 megapixel main camera, 8 megapixel wide, and a 5 megapixel depth, as well as a 16 megapixel selfie camera. While on the topic of cameras, check these quick samples out.
Just another sunny day in Southern California. It's where the people came to play. Don't let them transform you. Oh, come and see what you've been missing on a little slice of heaven. It's the only place we're living. It's that West Coast point of view. Easy when it's always summertime fun. You and I get free to do. Who cares what the people think? It's been turning kinda gray.
The LG Velvet camera, or should I say cameras, are great, offering nice colors as well as having decent detail in images. But it's of course not the best camera and does lack in certain aspects. It still is an overall good camera for simple images, and portrait mode is really good. Battery life is excellent. With this 4,300 milliamp battery, I can go a full day of use without the battery dying on me, so that's a plus. And it's also compatible with wireless charging up to 10 watts. One feature that's starting to take over the Android gaming world is the ability to play Xbox Game Pass games right on your mobile phone and even tablet. Playing games on the Velvet, whether they're Game Pass games or regular Android games, is a great experience. And the phone itself handles all types of games well. So that's most of the good parts of the LG Velvet, but what about the bad? Before we get into the bad, let's first look at where this phone is priced and what its competition has for it. The Velvet is placed at a very competitive price point, which is $600. The Samsung Galaxy S20 FE is also priced at $699, with the Pixel 5 coming in at $699 as well. Not to mention more budget options like the Pixel 4a and the iPhone SE. Now, by just adding a few more phones to the mix, some arguably better than others, what's the point of the LG Velvet? Well, I call this a redemption story. LG has been hated on for a long period of its smartphone life. Some reasons are understandable and some not so much. But LG came back with the LG Velvet by making a great mid-range phone for the price. Yes, it's not perfect, and yes, there could be better software and overall smoothness. But you have to remember, this phone is $600. It's not an $800+ flagship. It does have to have the right amount of features and overall great design, decent software, and decent smoothness to even be considered a good purchase at $600. And I think it lives up to that. You can't really go super wrong at this price point. This is why I call it a redemption story. LG wasn't trying to go out for a device that could have failed, and they also didn't want to take away tons of much needed components such as decent specs. LG was creating a smartphone that could rival other mid-range phones. There isn't much to hate about on this phone. Like I said, it's not perfect, but I definitely can't wait to see where LG continues to go with their smartphones, especially their newly announced LG Wing and Explorer project. So do I recommend the LG Velvet? 100%, no doubt about it. It's perfect for the everyday person that doesn't need tons of bells and whistles. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I completely think that this phone is a great buy for anyone looking to get an upgrade from an older phone, or someone who just needs a new phone without spending $800+ on a phone. So in my eyes, the LG Velvet is a complete win for this price point, and just an overall great phone. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Oh, and let me know if you plan on picking one of these up. Other than that, deuces.